I grew up I was born and raised in San Francisco, grew up in the Russian Hill District. And for those who are not familiar with the Russian Hill District, that's where the famous Lombard Street, the most crooked street in San Francisco. And back in the days when people used to read newspapers, that was actually my paper route. I'm actually a very shy person. And I mean, I ask my friends, they know I'm very shy. So I had the atypical, nerdy, shy kid who loved science fiction, used to read tons of comic books. We used to go to the drugstore and wait for the next version of a comic book. I think between my brother and I, we must have over 3,000 comic books. You know, my families are actually immigrated from China, so they weren't the atypical family that we're kind of used to, especially here in Millbrae, where people were really highly involved. When it came to America, they didn't speak any English. And they had the mindset of most Chinese immigrants, come to Gumsan, which in Cantonese means Gold Mountain, right? Work, save money, raise your children, work hard, save more money. My mom used to take my brother and I down to downtown San Francisco. It was like a special treat to do some window shopping. And he used to take us to this Woolworth store, which is now the Gap store down on Powell Street. And a big treat was like once or twice a year was to buy this cheese pizza, which actually tastes like cardboard. But boy, back then, man, it was really delicious. But in those days, I still vividly remember there would be some disabled people, maybe blind, which they have a metal cup, and they would ask for money. And it was not uncommon to do that. And I always remember my mom, when we used to approach those people, my mom used to give me a quarter, which is a lot of money back then because pizza was like 40 cents. And she said, give this quarter to that person. And I was saying, oh my gosh, I'm giving a quarter. And it's like half a pizza I'm giving out. But then she told me that no matter how poor we were, there's other people that we always can help. During the past 16 years, I guess I've belonged to so many different organizations. I call them the movers and shakers of Millbrae. As a young parent, obviously the first thing you're going to participate in would be the school PTA. So I was involved with school PTAs, and then when they went to high school, I was involved with the Mills PTO. The kids got involved with different programs. So my daughter got involved with the Girl Scouts, so my wife was a Girl Scout leader, and I helped out. Then my son joined the Cub Scouts, and I never thought I'd be a Scout leader, but I became a Scout leader. Eventually became the committee chair, and then had some great opportunities to be a founding member of the Millbrae Education Foundation. I'm currently a member of the Millbrae Lions Club and a Millbrae Leos advisor. So I've been very lucky. Great organizations in different ways. I maybe a member, or we just kind of work together. I think from the Millbrae Education Foundation from that year, after we got our FIN number from the IRS in 2007, and about 8 months later, we did was the first MEF walkathon. And about 10 of us, the 6 founders and 4 other volunteers, we spent 3 days, 3 nights after work counting the monies. And we had boxes of monies from Spring Valley, Taylor, Green Hills, Lomita Park, and Meadows. And I still remember my wife Lisa said, close the shades, because we didn't have an alarm. And we had $50,000 or $60,000 sitting in my dining room. And then after the event, I kind of reflected, not only I made great friends with these founders, I thought, gosh, we have something really special here. And as a volunteer, you always think of trying to do your best for your current generation, but you also want to set up the current organization you're with so that future generations can do even better than what you can do, right? Because then you'd be really proud. My greatest contribution accomplishment, I'm just a regular dad, right? I'm just a volunteer, just glad to be here in Millbrae. And I think, even though my kids don't want to hear this, they don't believe it, I think that's just raising 2 great kids, right? And trying to be a role model to them and their friends in the community. So back in 2014-15, when I was the president of the Millbrae Lions Club, that was the same year that the Golden State Warriors won their championship after 40 years. And I looked at the Golden State Warriors and I said, gosh, they have such a great model. Unselfish players, humble leaders. So I always try to model our club, right, for that year and for future years to kind of follow the Golden State Warriors. Everybody is busy, but everybody has different skills, sets, experiences, and enthusiasm. I think that if more people get involved, right, strength in numbers, just like the Warriors, we can accomplish so much. And I think we do that a lot in Millbrae, but there's much, much more. There are more people that we need to get engaged. And I think at the end of the day, just like the Warriors, the community wins.